The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Roll, roll, no, no, I'm not lying, I'm not lying.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Cougar 19. Smash, smash.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. 3rd and 5.
It's a game of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, check that. Check out.
They'll run for him with Dillon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Ready?
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. On the move to his left. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have struck first in this NFC title game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Powell. That one complete downfield to Eskridge. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Seahawks nothing.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. Open man downfield is Eskridge. And he is is in for the Seattle touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge, 52 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. And once more, Howe back to the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Howe down to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Howell going to go for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now Howell. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. Throwing here, Howell. He'll find Eskridge here complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's complete to Dobbs. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs. 69 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. Joseph on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And Howe will throw it. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Powell. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Devontae Wyatt never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Powell out of the shotgun. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him at the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And it's incomplete.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now. Check go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Go. Go.
He finds his man, complete. It's Lloyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd down and a yard.
Mustang 19. Set up. 19. Pioneer. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Joseph now to have the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Powell from the gun.
Going deep for Walker. And this time will be intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Let's go. Warriors 70. Go.
Off the play fake, Love steps away.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here we go. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Rocco switch, Rocco switch. Let's go now.
45-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays, that will be the key to this drive.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Howell.
Man open downfield. It's Metcalf.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And Walker has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Howell going to audible to something else.
18 rapid, 18 rapid. Big alert, cut 19, cut 19.
They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Go.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Love going to give it up on the touch pass.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Love with a give to Dillon.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
He's got his target. That's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Hawk 70.
They'll run again.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down.
Cowboy 80. Check, 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 check.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
Returnable for Lockett. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Howell to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. And they get to hoist the Howell.